Strip me on my border. Play last season. And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Somebody told me that if you accept the boss quest immediately after it's available to you, like, okay, you know, if you get you see the quest down there and then you're trying to accept it, it says you can't accept quest yet, or quest has already been accepted, right? You get that?
Sometimes.
Well, it's like if you try to accept it before, I guess the timer is ticked out for when you can accept it, but even though it's there.
Yeah, okay.
They said if you, as soon as that becomes available that you can accept it, if you do it within the first 20 minutes, you can get 2 scrolls.
Really?
That's what they said. I don't know if there's any truth to it, but it's hard to, because you don't know when that timer is, it's hard to find it, you know?
Well, what I've noticed is that everything, all the dailies that say at 0, 100 hours, that's 5 p.m. my time, which is cool.
So that would make it 8 p.m. my time.
Yes. And then actually that fits exactly with, that means they're using UTC time, because I'm UTC minus 8. You're UTC minus 5, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, so I need to try at 8 then, huh?
Well, that's just whatever time the dailies reset, like, if it works on that mechanic.
Eggs?
And is it spot?
The guy could totally be full of shit, but I'm gonna give it a try. He claimed he had double the boss scrolls because of this thing. I mean, he put up a pretty good argument about it, which is why I'm even considering testing it. He said there's a 20-minute fucking window right after it turns that you can get duplicates because for some reason it doesn't register, or the quest lingers for like the first 20 minutes, like even after you get the scroll. You have to do it in the first 20 minutes though.
Man, so rangers and wizards really. Oh fuck. When it comes to world bosses, like, how do you compete with that ranged damage? Like, I mean, for me, it's okay to have some range, but like as a melee class, it's like those people don't have any chance at the top down either.
Well, the problem I see with world boss is that no matter how much HP you have, the one shot always going to exist because it's a money maker. Because people use tiers, right?
Yeah.
So if you can't avoid the one shot, either you've got to avoid to learn the one shot as a melee or close class. I mean, even at range, like I get one shotted, you know. So you just, it seems to me that you have the ability to die more, being a closer damage dealer, you know.
Yeah.
You gotta learn to figure out when those one shots are coming, if it's possible, on all the bosses, or
Well, every hero's a one shot, isn't it?
not give a fuck and just keep respawning.
Well, I guess with Kazarka. Yeah, Kazarka is surprisingly the easiest one, that seems.
Yeah, I have never gotten loot on Gazarka, ever. And I was certain that I was in the top damage list at the last one I did. The other times, like, I probably wasn't, but I melted Kazarka's face this last time and nothing to show for it. And I even avoided death.
Yeah, Kazarka's avoidable. Like, death is avoidable, which is weird because he's like the biggest of the bads.
So like Red Nose, I've gotten good loot off Red Nose, I've gotten good loot off the tree boss. Kazarka never loot, not once. And I've done him like at least 5 times.
I've gotten a gold bar off of him, like that lame loot pile you can get, which is, I guess, better than nothing. But that was probably just the RNG. I'm pretty sure. Well, actually, I don't know, because I can actually do damage to him. I can steadily put out the DPS and do the whole thing of
I'm
for like
beginning
the
to
one
wonder from
shot.
my own personal experiences whether Kazarka's loot is there's something different about it, because I have no problem getting loot off the other bosses. And maybe again, and maybe it's just RNG, but I've almost done Kazarka more than I've done the others.
Around here somewheres. Somewhere.
So you're planning to hit 56?
I'm not in any rush. I'm at 13%. It'd be nice if you ever want to go to Pirate Island with me, man, because I think like if two of us went over there, we could wreck shit. I mean, I was soloing shit just fine over there, making decent.
Yeah, I could probably
Making.
talk
I,
into
I
it,
left
but
there last night with probably 1,000,000 silver, and I didn't get any rare items though.
I'd probably be talking to it, but not for a while. I can give myself at least several days.
It's not as hard as people say it is. You just got to deal with the range first.
No, I mean like several days to be field bosses and not worry
Yeah.
about XP, because that's like the one time I feel like I can make a move on that shit. Of course, I don't even know what I'm after. It's like if I got a Liberto, but then again, as a sorceress, Liberto is really good, so I don't know. Or would I just fucking? It's just like you get the Liberto. I know you got the Liberto, but like get the Liberto, do that whole fucking song and dance, and then get the fucking Zarka. Shit, it's like then you gotta go through that whole thing all over again.
Yeah, I would. I personally would buy the Laverno, but again, you can try for it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just not that expensive, to be honest, and
That's true. Hard to fucking snipe.
the
though.
RNG is the problem.
Yes.
Like every day, I got to check who we're at war with, and whether it's even worth fucking going to these world bosses, because it's like if we're at war with somebody, they're probably gonna outnumber me at any fucking world
Pretty much
boss.
stuck.
Yeah, but
AFK this
like
game,
I'm
I
having the
get fucking
experience where I can
banned,
like
can't play the
1v X
game,
people. I'm
period.
sure you are too.
Yeah, it's like
I've done it
specifically,
too many times.
when I was doing them, we were at war with pure luck, and it was a serious problem.
Well, that
Get
sucks, but
kicked
that's
for
not the case
fucking.
now.
Well, the last time I got 20 minutes.
Like there are threats, but a lot of people that we're at war with are not.
Had to wait 20 minutes for you to play.
Team Rockets, it's can be and can't be at the same
Yeah,
time.
that's true. They're not terrible.
Actually, one of the things that happened before Sovereign Knights joined up was I went to a world boss and they were all there, and I wasn't hostile with them and they weren't hostile with me. And after the fact, they messaged me and thanked me for being civil.
Sovereign Knights.
And then like 2 days later, they joined up. Yeah.
That's funny. Well, okay, so then that was.
Huh?
I'm not saying
On
that
the
that was why,
political.
but I'm saying
So you
it
kill
was
this
interesting.
Nexus up here?
Yeah, definitely interesting. But so I heard this, and I can't
It could
tell you who the
last
person
long.
was.
It could
or
last
like,
45
know their
minutes.
voice,
It
but
could last
somebody
20
had
minutes.
left SK
Just
and then
nah.
messaged War, and then like a week later, but he messaged
I
War
think this will be
Halo,
over
not
here in about
Dark
5 minutes.
_ War Halo. So he never got the message. So So this person was sitting around clan, like guildless,
You're
like,
gonna
what the
have to
fuck?
go
I'm not hearing back
over
from
there.
Rage Quit. So anyway, they had in mind they wanted to join. At least there's one person. So maybe on their side, that's like, okay, let's be cool with them, you know.
Yeah, it could
But
have
still,
been.
that is cool. Who knows? Maybe it was a totally different group that didn't even get the memo and they just decided to be cool.
Yeah, the person that messaged me actually is one of the people that joined. So, I'm not out to kill people with world bosses if I don't need to.
Dude, I'm fucking like basically like one more Gruntle piece and it'll all be at 100% and plus 15. I mean, it's at plus 15 now, and then like one of my pieces at 90 Duro, the rest is 100. So basically, I'm fucking done.
Nice.
Which means my black stones, or my rough black crystals, I mean, now can finally go into grade 3 reform stones. I can get back on that fucking thing. Did you ever get your weapon ultimate?
I can't take a Liberto to ultimate.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's almost an upside.
I have a couple Gruntle pieces at blue. Been making some nice Gruntle man. Can find tough hide, so that's good.
Sweet.
So right now I got 2 heave, 2 Gruntle, but since the heave can't be upgraded, I'm really considered going 4 Gruntle against the standard ranger builds, you know. I think I can make it work, and I think other people are making it work, and I think it's just not being talked about, because it seems like that 7 plus AP bonus to the Gruntle set can...
It's so good. Like, it doesn't even show up on your stat sheet, but you can so feel the difference.
I've got so many stones and need so many fail stacks, it just doesn't make sense for me not to level some other Gruntle pieces since I'm making it. I need the fail stacks for the jewelry.
Saw somebody doing that last night. One of the dudes, like one of the really high level guys from SK. And I saw him hit plus 15 on his Gruntle gloves. I was like, oh, congrats. He's like, oh, I'm actually kind of sad. That was my fail stacker. And I thought to myself, I didn't ask him, or I was like so fucking tired. I was like, why would you do that? Like, why would you use Gruntle, the potentially most expensive armor that you can buy, to do your fail stacking, when you can use Reblast like the cheapest possible? Is the answer to sell it at the end?
It's possible that, or in my case right now, I would be... You'd use it on other characters, or you'd use it on your current character, depending on what gloves you were using at the time.
Like a second pair of Gruntle, what, I mean, for the sake of gems?
Well, I mean, like Gruntle right now to me is cheaper because I have workers getting all the supplies, you know. I mean,
Cheaper than Reblast at fucking 2,000?
Well, no, but I can't sell Reblast.
So selling is that's the point, because you know the other option is get to do the Reblast, and I did this once. I got a Reblast piece up to plus 15 fail stacking, and then I disenchanted it. And I got 43 stones back, which is not the amount that went into it, but still not bad, 43 stones.
It could be argued either way. I mean, probably need to crunch the numbers to know for sure, but
Well, so with Gruntle, here's the thing. So like, I crunched the numbers, and for armor, not for weapons, but for armor, the average, you know, with the whole fail stacks and everything, The average number of stones that you'll need to bring up, plus 0 up to plus 15 is 67 stones. 67.2 or something. 67 stones. And what that means then, right, if you just think about it basically, the number of fails you'll need to get there is 67 minus 15. 15 successes, 52 failures, right? 5 Dura a shot, that's 26 pieces of Gruntle you'll need to do that. That's just on average. Now, when you're fail stacking it, you're specifically using it for the fail stack, so it's going to take way, way, way more than 67 because you're getting your fail stacks nice and high and then going to the next piece using those fail stacks and something else. But the point is, it costs, on average, like, okay, so that's 52 pieces, 26 pieces of Gruntle, like 300k a piece if you use those prices. So that's like 7 mil in that. And then the stones, the 67 stones, 200k a pop. I did this number before. What the fuck is that? So it's like 13 million. So 13 million plus 7 million roughly equals the market price, almost perfectly, which is amazing if the market does all that shit. But so it basically costs you the price that you'll get for it. So then you take the market, 30%, that's how much you lose. You're getting back 30% of what would go into it to cost. Whereas with the reblath method, you only get like an RNG's worth of stones back. 43 stones is quite a bit less, 43 stones. That's might be on the low side of the average, but 43 stones is only like 8.6 million. So I guess it does kind of make more sense to fail stack and then sell it. As I was just like thinking about this since last night, but
Well, I'm only prematurely. I'll be back.
You good.
Go shoot that damn thing and come on.
I'm trying.
But I'll be AFK for a little bit. I gotta make some business calls.
cool.
Boom.
That's what I'm saying. I haven't seen it. And Vita's like, aren't you shirtless with the headphones? I'm like,